Yo, the big winners of this beef are the Baby, Jay-Z, and Andre 3K. I think Andre 3K.
Oh yeah.
Motherfuck that song, man. Oof. I was like, why don't we talk about him as the greatest rapper ever?
Yeah, because he don't want it. He don't got no singles.
He don't want
no single album.
Not even about that.
He
just don't want it enough. You gotta want to be the fucking GOAT, and he don't want it. And he moved away from it. Like when he was ready to be in the conversation, he was like, "I'm not doing rap anymore."
He's still the best. Isn't that crazy?
He's the best. He's the best because he hasn't had the opportunity to flop.
Yeah, sure. He's the best. Everything he does. Yeah. What can he not do?
Yeah, but it just features.
Put out an album.
Love Below.
The thing you have to do.
Love Below.
He couldn't do the one thing you have to do to be in the conversation.
Love Below.
That's
classic.
One album.
One classic. Lauryn Hill got one classic solo.
She's not the GOAT.
She's not the GOAT.
She's not even in the conversation.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's
Lauryn Hill's top 50.
She's top 5. She's
he started listening to music in '95, so it's
like
it's hard for him.
It's kind of like looking at a basketball player that knows all the technical skills, like one of those Instagram guys that's like amazing at like free throws and shit.
And one.
Yeah, and being like, oh, he's the best basketball player ever. It's like, oh, he's really good. Like he had a thing, but he didn't, go on in the league and like try to win it. Like, you know what I mean?
Who you're saying, Andre 3K?
Yeah, Andre 3K.
Because I think that he is. I agree with you. Skill level and like what he makes you feel like when Andre raps, he like we were talking about this. He paints a picture. Like whatever he's talking about, I vividly see it. Like I
picture him laying on grass and getting itchy and thinking about his mom.
Everything. There's a perfect image. I never think of a single thing when Kanye's rapping. Like I don't even want to think about beasting off the reason. I don't even want to think about it. But when I hear a beat, I see the feeling of it. Like I think that's what Kanye's ability is, skill is. But Andre 3K is unbelievable in that regard.
And he can do the Eminem thing too, where you're looking at just a skill and you're like, holy fuck, this is incredible. Yeah. He tells the story, he paints the picture, he can make you feel whatever the fuck he wants you to feel.
But if you have a whole year to write one verse, it's like, I'm going to expect it to be
You think he spent the whole year on a verse?
I'm just saying, like, he has a lot more time than other rappers to come up with a verse. I'm pretty sure he has some bars that's like, oh, this is a fire bar. I can't wait to use this in 5 months.
He's like collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And he also doesn't have to put out 20 songs.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
No
I'm gonna
pressure.
do 5 features this year, and I'm gonna kill all of them. I guess
all
5.
He does like 2 features.
All right, all right. Here it is. 6 songs. The 6 best songs on Certified Lover Boy versus the 6 best songs on Donda.
Donda wins.
Not even close, right?
I put Donda.
Son, Donda. I'll do the Donda chant right now. Donda. It's fucking not even close.
I think we get a problem once you raise it above 10, then CLB.
Yeah. But if it's 6,
if it's 6,
if he just put out a small, what are those called? Not even
like an EP.
An EP, yeah. If he just put out a 6-song EP,
or LP.
No, I think EP is shorter. LP is 10
LP
plus.
is long play. EP
You
is
stick to being behind the music and making money off of guys like that. That's what you do.
So in conclusion, the Ye Kanye stuff. What are you thinking? I mean, what's it called? The Drake Kanye stuff.
Well, what about your comment? Should they finally
Oh
collab?
God, yeah. I mean, like, I put that on Instagram, but like, it's such a shame that they're like beefing. Like, it seems pretty real now because they together would make the greatest album. When we were listening to Watch the Throne, right? You had a guy who was an absolute master at rapping with a guy who's an absolute master at producing. And they came together and they made arguably one of the greatest albums ever.
Creative genius,
incredible.
business genius, like,
And rapping genius.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, Jay on there are...
Spilling some of my sick J's, just bar after bar, and you're feeling the shit, and he's great.
pushing each other, motivating each other.
Yeah.
And you know he had to bring it. Like, Jay came through and there was like a hunger, you know? Like, it was like, I don't know, maybe something about like a Kanye beat where you're like, I can't fuck this up. Maybe,
I heard they put
you get a whack beat and you're like, I could spit some little bullshit on there. But when you have something as beautiful as like, wait, who gonna stop me? Like, it's like I gotta bring this up to this level.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get another Watch the Throne because I think I heard they put that album out and a large part of it was Drake was coming, and that's where they were like, oh, we gotta do something. Watch the Throne. The throne is ours. Watch the Throne. And I think they said that in some interview. I think Kanye said that. Jay would never admit that even if he felt it. But if they got beef again and Jay and Kanye are cool again, maybe they're like, yo, let's do this again. Fuck it.
I mean,
let's run it back.
I want the Drake Kanye album, and I think it starts with one song. I hit up Charlamagne. I was like, man, just text both these motherfuckers and just see if you guys can get them to do one song together because
it would be the biggest song in hip hop history.
It would be the biggest, and it'd be fucking great.
Yeah,
and they'd obviously have to reduce both their egos a little bit to accomplish it. But like, you have a guy who's a master at rapping. You have a guy who's a master at composition. And there's something about Kanye where he brings the fucking best out of you. Like, he won't let you put out some bullshit.
Yeah, because he ain't gonna rap, so somebody gotta rap over this
Somebody gotta hold
beautiful
that.
ass beat.
Yeah.
This motherfucker just talking.
Yeah, dude.
Moses walks.
But what do you
That's
think
who
it
dropped the
takes?
ball on Jewish New Year was Drake, motherfucker.
Dude.
But what do you think it takes to get a
Time.
Drake, Kanye song? Just start with one song.
Sadly, I think it's time.
Yeah.
And that's Jay and Nas had a crazy beef, and then they collaborated, and Nas wasn't as big as either of them, and they don't fit as well as Kanye and Drake would.
Yeah.
But it just took so much time.
Yeah.
And then by the time it came out, we're all kind of like, I guess.
I don't know, because Drake is more of a businessman, and I can see him like, oh, this will blow if we do something together. Just
Yeah.
like he did something with Meek.
Yeah.
I think like a year after
He'll
the beef.
reconnect with anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drake
as
would
long
do
as
it
it's good
tomorrow.
for business. He would do
Yeah.
it tomorrow. Kanye's
That's
just a
the
little
tricky one.
bit,
Kanye's a
and
little
you
bit.
also have to be careful because like you could go in, you could start that discussion with Kanye, and you guys could make a hit song, and it'd be phenomenal. And then 2 months later, he might have some sort of mental issue, and then release every text that you sent him.
Yeah.
You know, like saying, "Oh yeah, you're the greatest," and you know Drake will probably butter him up. I can imagine Drake buttering people up if he's going to do business with him.
Yeah.
So you have to be on your P's and Q's
Yeah.
with Kanye because he might be in a situation where he just can't control himself.
And I think Drake also said in the shop some shit about how he went to Wyoming and then gave Kanye everything and told him about his whole life, and then Kanye just didn't put any of that shit out. And then Story of Adidon came out, and he thinks that's where Pusha got that information
that's
from.
right, that's right.
So I think he would be like, nah, I'm not working with that motherfucker ever.
What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, exactly that. Like, is this someone I can work with and be close to and be vulnerable with? Because either you're going to sacrifice vulnerability and it's not going to be as good of a product as it could be, or you're going to be vulnerable and then expose yourself to him potentially outing all your shit and like leaking stuff and texts and whatever.
I was talking to Charlamagne about it, and he said they could both really use each other because Drake's sound hasn't really evolved. I think that's like a knock
Yes.
on him, right? But I think the reason why it hasn't evolved, and I think Charlamagne was touching on this, is like when he brought in somebody new, the Quentin Miller kid, immediately it got leaked that he was helping, you know, write bars, etc. So I think he's kind of scorned. So he's like, I can't let anybody new in the camp. And new people inspire you.
Yeah.
New people will give a new flow. New people help you, you know, push the envelope and at least do something different. But if you just got the same people, you're going to get the same product, right?
Yeah.
Which is working. He's fucking killing with it. But that's going to be the same sound.
Yeah. When he collabs with Future, it's fire. Yeah.
They can't miss, yo.
They really cannot.
They don't miss, yo.
And it's just the energy's perfect. And you know what it is? When he's with Future, he got to come with some dude shit a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he got to bar up, but it's got to be on some like you get bitches.
It's like super fuckboy shit.
Yeah,
like
super
they
fuckboy.
take fuckboy up to the next level. So.
Because they're trying to like outdo each other
Yeah.
with the fuckboy. Yeah, that's interesting. And maybe that's why Drake does features, is so that he could do some shit for dudes. Like when he puts out the album is for the ladies, that's for the core. But he does features with people and he just goes ham, and the dudes are like, nah, that kind of goes.
Yeah, because that Lil Wayne and Rick Ross, that song slaps.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna
you
go.
only live
I was
twice.
saying
That
on
was-
other people's albums, but even on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
was when I was looking. I was like, "What's the hits?" I think Jamil brought that up in the group text, but I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna go for sure."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I forgot the point that I was making.
Why he doesn't collaborate with Kanye? Why he hasn't evolved?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kanye's issue is, at least for me, is that he doesn't want to admit the things about himself, or he doesn't know himself. He's so kind of like lost, right? He's trying to fighting for
Yeah, I think
identity.
both.
Nobody probably knows Kanye better right now than Drake.